ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रीशङ्कराचार्यनवावतारं विश्वेश्वरं विश्वगुरुं प्रणम्य वेदान्तशास्त्रश्रवणालसानां बोधाय कुर्वे कमपि प्रबन्धम्। न भूमेर्न तोयं न तेजो न वायुर्न खन्नेन्द्रियं वा न तेषां समूहः अनैकान्तिकत्वात् सुषुप्त्येकसिद्धस्तदेको वसिष्ठः शिवः केवलोऽहम्। In the previous session, we saw that for Adhyasa Siddhi, we need Atma superimposed on Anatma and Anatma superimposed on Atma. And Purvapakshi, here Bauddha, he proved that both Adhyasas are not possible. For Atma to be superimposed on, for Anatma to be superimposed on Atma, he gave the reasons that Atma is Sarvada Avabhasaka, and in that there is no Sadrishya etc. Therefore, such Atma cannot become Adhishthanam. For Shuktika to become Adhishthanam, you need some dim light, you need it to be remote. Means clear knowledge of Atma should not be possible. So if clear knowledge of Atma is not possible, then only superimposition of Anatma in Atma is possible. Such is not the case, and therefore Atma cannot be Adhishthanam of Anatma. Then second case was Anatma being Adhishthanam of Atma. So with various arguments he proved that if Anatma becomes Adhishthanam, then that Mithya Anatma, when it is negated, Atma also, which is superimposed on that Mithya Anatma, will get negated. And for any Adhyasa to take place in that Mithya Anatma, he gave all the four doshas of Atmashraya dosha, Anyonyashraya dosha, Chakrika. He gave the word, instead of Chakrika, Chakrakam. Chakrakam means Chakraka dosha, same thing, and Anavastha dosha, like that. Now, further, so on in Moolam, what is that page number 29, third line. Etena आत्मानात्म अध्यासस्य आविद्यकत्वात् न विकल्पावसर इति अपास्तम. So somebody may say, means Siddhanti means somebody who is objecting to this Bauddha Mata right now, he will say, no, but Atma Anatma Adhyasa is Avidyaka. So that is elaborate. So what he wants to say is this. If you say it is out of ignorance, and in ignorance anything is possible, therefore there is no avasara for vikalpa. Na vikalpa avasara. Etena atma anatma adhyasasya avidyakatvat. Atma anatma adhyasa being avidyaka, there is no vikalpa avasara. There is no room for such kind of vikalpa. And what is that vikalpa? That we said, whether Atma's adhyasa is there in Anatma or Anatma's adhyasa is there in Atma, and this is the defect in both. He says that is apastam. Apastam means refuted. How? See in Tika now. Etena iti. Dvividhasya api adhyasasya asambhavena. Etena, by saying both types of adhyasas are not possible. Atma's adhyasa in Anatma, Anatma's adhyasa in Atma, both are not possible. Dvividhasya api adhyasasya asambhavena ityartha. Atmanatma adhyasasya avidyakatvat na vikalpavasara iti advaitvadina uktihi. Advaitvadi says this Atma Anatma adhyasa means paraspara adhyasa is avidyaka, is ignorance born. And because of that, there is no vikalpa avasara. There is no room for any vikalpa. Means anything that is happening out of ignorance, whether it is happening this way or that way, and this way it is not possible, that way it is not possible, you don't have to create such thing, vikalpas. There is no avasara for vikalpa. This is Advaitvadina Ukti. Means Vedantin would like to say that. Advaitin. Tasya ayam bhava. So his bhava is this. Means what Vedanta is trying to say is this. Adhyaso hi avidya parinama. This adhyasa is the parinama of avidya. Means it is avidya karyam. This we say in adhyasa bhashya also. We understand that adhyasa is avidya karyam, avidya parinama. And avidya cha swayam anirvachaniya. Na kenapi. So if you want to write down, avidya cha swayam anirvachaniya na kenapi rupena or shabdena, whatever that word could be, shabde na kenapi shabdena nirvaktum shakyate or na kenapi rupena nirvaktum shakyate. In any form, in any words, that avidya cannot be described. Why? Swayam anirvachaniya. Swarupam eva cha tasya etadrisham. Tasyaha avidyayaha swarupam eva etadrisham. Its nature itself is anirvachaniya. Tatha cha tasya. Now that next word is not known, so I am putting it at this. Tasya cha anirvachaniye ayam. Next page. Adhyasopi nirvaktum ashakyeva. So if avidya is anirvachaniya, then this adhyasa also is anirvachaniya. So ayam adhyasopi nirvaktum ashakyeva. Adhyasa is also difficult to describe. यश्च अर्थो निर्वक्तुम शक्यो भवति तद विषय ईदृशो वा तादृशो वा इति विकल्पो युज्यते न तु अनिर्वचनीय. So those who are opposing this Bauddha matam, they will say that which is possible to describe, whose meaning can be put it in words, yasya artho nirvaktum shakyah bhavati tad vishaya, then that thing you can say it is idrisho va tadrusho va, this kind of vikalpa you can create in something which is describable, nirvachaniyam. Vikalpo yujyate. न तो अनिर्वचनीय, not in the अनिर्वचनीय अविद्या. तथा च, क्लियर सो फार? तथा च आत्मनि वा अनात्म अध्यस्यते अनात्मनि वा आत्मा इत्यादि. अध्यस्यते and then अवग्रह. सो तथा च आत्मनि वा अनात्मा अध्यस्यते अनात्मनि वा आत्मा इत्यादि विकल्पस्य. दिस काइंड ऑफ विकल्प, that whether in atma anatma is adhyasth, or in anatma atma is adhyasth इत्यादि विकल्पस्य न अनिर्वचनीये अध्यासे अवकाश इति. In this anirvachaniya adhyasa, there is no avakasha. There is no room for this because adhyasa is indescribable. So, na anirvachaniya adhyasa avakasha means only when you can clearly know something, then you can create vikalpa, whether it is idrisha or tadrisha, this way or that way. But in anirvachaniya, which itself is inexplicable, you can't have such vikalpa iti. Parantu etan na yuktam. But this is not right. Why? Asambhavat uktike arthe स्वभाववादा अभ्युपगमेन समाधानस्य अनुचितत्वात्. You are giving this samadhanam solution by saying swabhavavada. Swabhavavada means that its nature is like this. So, asambhavat uktike arthe, that thing whose artha is not described, asambhavat uktika. Ukti means to verbalize. Asambhavat ukti ke arthe swabhavavada abhyupagama. Swabhavavada means you are saying this is its nature, it is indescribable, so you cannot have any vikalpa in that. Such kind of swabhavavada abhyupagamena svikarena samadhanasya anuchitatvat. That kind of samadhanam is anuchitam, inappropriate. Why? He gives explanation. Swaprakashatmani moolam, first line. Swaprakashatmani avidyayaha api anupapattehe. In Swaprakasha Rupa Atma, avidya itself is not possible. See, how did it start? He said adhyasa is not possible. Then he created vikalpa. Atma adhyasa in anatma, anatma adhyasa in atma. Then he refuted both. Then we said, Arey, this is adhyasa is avidya karyam, avidya is anirvachaniya, therefore if you cannot have vikalpa in anirvachaniya, therefore adhyasa is also like that. So you have to leave it like that. Correct? So now he says, you are saying adhyasa is avidya karyam. I am saying avidya itself is not possible. Where in Swaprakasha Atmani, in Atma which is Swaprakasha Rupa, Swayam Prakasha Rupa. See in Tika now. Pradarshita Advaitavadi Yukti na Samichina. This Yukti given by Advaitavadi, Yukti presented by him, is not Samichina, is Asamichina Yukti. Why? Avidya siddhi uttaram hi savichara. This vichara is possible only after avidya siddhi is done. Avidya itself is asiddha. Avidya iva tu na siddhyati. स्वप्रकाशे आत्मनि सूर्ये अंधकार संबंधस्य इव अविद्या संबंधस्य दुरुपपादत्वात्. इन स्वप्रकाश आत्मा अविद्या संबंध is like saying in Surya there is अंधकार संबंध. So it is upapadatvat. Durupapadatvat. This word is also coined in such a way. It is difficult to do its upapadanam. Upapadanam means to establish it. It is difficult. What? Avidya in Swaprakasha Atma. How? See. Tathahi. Then after Tathahi, that vertical line is there, you make it horizontal. Sa adhyastha anadhyastava. Sa avidya, that avidya is superimposed in Atma or not superimposed in Atma. Now again he is going to bring this kind of vikalpa. If you say avidya is adhyastha in Atma, then tatra adye katham na atmashrayadi anyatama dosha prasangah. If you say avidya is adhyastha in Atma, then you will have atmashraya, anyonyashraya, chakrika, anavastha, all four doshas. So the way sentence is formed is tatra adye katham na atmashrayadi anyatama dosha prasanga. If avidya is adhyastha in Atma, then how there will not be atmashrayadi doshas? Anyata means and all the others also. How they will not be there? Means they will be there. And antye, if you take the other one, means avidya is not adhyastha in Atma, it is anadhyastha, then everything is real. So then there is no moksha. Why? Because that only adhyastha avidya will be eliminated. Anadhyastha avidya, there uchcheda is not possible. Anuchchedat. Chakara is missing there. Anuchchedat. Anirmoksha prasanga. See tika now. So again, what we saw in adhyasa is going to come now, in avidya also. Atmashraya, anyonyashraya, etc. Hopefully today, now it will be little easier because you already have seen that earlier. In Nyaya Ratnavali, see how in this tika we saw the dosha and sadrishya, right? Dosha sadrishya he took for the adhyasa samagri. In Nyaya Ratnavalikar Gauda Brahmananji, he has taken sansarga adhyasa. He says, because Atma's adhyasa in Anatma is only sansarga. And Anatma's adhyasa in Atma is sansarga and swarupa. This you remember, this you note. This is explained in Adhyasa Bhashya. Atma's adhyasa in Anatma is only sansarga adhyasa. Anatma's adhyasa in Atma is sansarga adhyasa and swarupa. Because Anatma's swarupa is also superimposed. It is not there and I say it is there. And then it comes in contact with Atma. That sansarga is also superimposed. Whereas Atma's swarupa is not superimposed. Why? It is actually existing. It is Sat. Only sansarga with Anatma is superimposed. So there he has taken sansarga adhyasa and then he has explained. But here Tikakara has taken from Moolam, that first pankti was there, dosha sadrishyadi sambhavat. So here this Tikakar has taken from what Madhusudan Saraswati ji has given, only that much, but you can extend it to Sansargadhyas also. Now let us see here. In Tika, Swaprakashasya Atmanah Prakashasya Ishadapi. That word is Ishad. Huh? Swaprakashasya Atmanah Prakashasya Ishadapi Tirodhanam Syat Tarhi eva tatra avidya adhyasa sambhavati. So he is setting up now. What do we want to say? So Purva Pakshi wants to prove that avidya itself is not possible. Avidya, which is adhyasta. For avidya adhyasa to take place in Swaprakasha Atma, avidya can come only when this Swaprakasha Tirodhanam is there. So, somehow if it is unknown partially, then avidya adhyasa can come. Like, see, the example is given. Spashtaloke karsnyena prakashitayam shuktau rajatadhyasasya asambhavat. In Spashta Aloka, there where there is bright light and the Shuktika is Kartsnyena Prakashita, means completely it is clearly visible, then Rajata Adhyasa is possible there? Not possible, because there is bright light and it is complete, the whole shell is completely known, it is seen. So when there is Spashta Prakasha and thing is completely known, then Adhyasa is not possible. Therefore, for Adhyasa to take place, to some extent, the thing where the Adhyasa is going to take place should become covered, should become hidden. So, Prakasha Tirodhanam should take place. This much is clear. Before we enter further, you make this much point clear, right? Swaprakasha Atma, unless it is covered to some extent, in that avidya adhyas will not be possible. Like in bright daylight, if I see a rope clearly, I will not superimpose snake. To some extent, it should be unknown, then I will superimpose snake. So in the same way, if you say Atma is Swaprakash Rupa, how avidya adhyas will come in the first place? So because he wants to prove avidya itself is not there. Prakasha Tirodhanam. Now, Prakasha Tirodhanam. So understand, there is something called Atma. And there has to be some avarana. Because Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa, Prakasha Swarupa. In that some avarana has to come, which will do Tirodhanam. It will hide the Prakasha. Prakasha Tirodhanam cha avidya adhyasena eva sampadaniyam. So for avidya adhyasa to take place, you need Prakasha Tirodhanam. Correct? And for Prakasha Tirodhanam, you need avidya adhyasa. That is what he says. Prakasha Tirodhanam cha avidya adhyasena eva sampadaniyam. Iti avidya adhyasasya avidya adhyasa apeksha iti atmashraya. Avidya adhyasa requires avidya adhyasa. Means for avidya adhyasa to take place in Atma, there already has to be some avidya adhyasa, because of which Atma's prakasha is covered, then avidya adhyasa can take place. That Atma's adhyasa will be covered only by avidya adhyasa in Atma. So, avidya adhyasa requires avidya adhyasa. Atha, सो दिस इज आत्माश्रय. अथ यदि अंतःकरणादि अध्यास कारणीभूता अविद्या भिन्ना प्रकाश तिरोधायिका तु अविद्या ततो भिन्ना द्वितीया स्वीक्रियते इति उच्यते. इफ यू से दी अंतःकरण अध्यास कारणी अंतःकरणादि अध्यास कारणीभूता अविद्या is one, that because of which anatma like antakarana etc. are superimposed on atma, that is one adhyasa karanibhuta avidya. That is one kind of avidya or one avidya. And that avidya which is going to hide the atma in the form of avarana is another avidya. So ततो भिन्ना द्वितीया स्वीक्रियते इति उच्यते. तर्हि देन तादृश द्वितीय अविद्या अध्यासार्थम, देन दैट सेकंड अविद्या अध्यास, फॉर दैट प्रकाश तिरोधानम यस्या अविद्यायाः अध्यासेन संपादनीयम. सो नाउ यू से वन अध्यास is causing the antakaranadi superimposition on atma. That is because of avidya. That is one. Second one is that because of which, that avidya because of which atma swayam prakashatvam is covered, hidden. Tirodhanam bhavati. So यस्या अविद्या अध्यासेन संपादनीयम, दैट प्रकाश तिरोधानम, सा किम द्वितीया अविद्या स्वरूपा उत प्रथमा अविद्या स्वरूपा, अथवा ताभ्यां द्वाभ्यां भिन्ना तृतीया एव इति त्रयः कल्पाः. सो दैट बिकॉज ऑफ विच the atma's swayam prakasha swarupa is covered, prakasha tirodhanam, that adhyasa yasya avidyaya adhyasena sampadaniyam, sa kim dvitiya avidya swarupa uta prathama avidya swarupa athava tabhyam dvabhyam bhinna tritiya. So he says, so there is one avidya which is that because of which anatma, antakaranadi are superimposed on atma. This is one. Okay, you remember now. Second is that because of which the atma's swayam prakasha tirodhanam takes place. This is the second one. Okay. Now he says, how did atma's swayam prakasha, atma's tirodhanam took place? How did it get covered? So for that, some other avidya is required. And that avidya is the first one or the second one or different from first two. So first one is this antakaranadi superimposed on atma as one, or that which is covering the atma swayam prakashatva, that one, or is the third one. Three vikalpas he created. आद्ये आत्माश्रयः, द्वितीये अन्योन्याश्रयः. So if you say it is the same as the first one, then there is atmashraya. And if you say it is second one, then it is anyonyashraya. So first one means that because of which, tell. What is that? So antakarana adhyasa on atma taking place, that itself is the cause because of which this superimposition, the covering of atma has taken place. And the second one says, no, there is this tirodhanam, and the second one says the tirodhanam is because of another one. So he has taken Prathama and Dvitiya. So Prathama avidya is the Antakarana Adhyasa Karanibhuta, and second one is Prakasha Tirodhaika. So which one is causing? And Adya Atmashraya means that because of which this Prakasha Tirodhanam has taken place is same as the Antakarana Avidya, or is it different? Basic thing what he is explaining is, you say this avidya, that avidya, avidya depending upon avidya or some other avidya, avarana rupa avidya or vikshepa rupa avidya. These are two kinds of things he is talking about. So atmashraya, anyonyashraya, and tritiya vikalpa, tritiya kalpe तादृश तृतीय अविद्या अध्यासार्थम प्रकाश तिरोधानम यस्या अविद्याया अध्यासेन भवेत्. So third is some totally different, let us say, because of which tritiya avidya adhyasartham prakash tirodhanam, by which this prakash tirodhanam takes place. Yasya avidyaya adhyasena bhavet, सा अविद्या किम तृतीया अविद्या स्वरूपा उत द्वितीया अविद्या स्वरूपा अथवा प्रथमा अविद्या स्वरूपा आहोस्वित ताभ्यस्तिसृभ्यो अपि अविद्याभ्यो भिन्ना चतुर्थी एव इति चत्वारः कल्पाः. So now he says this new avidya, because of which, so first two he refuted that they cannot be already the antakarana superimposition avidya or the prakash tirodhanam avidya. If it is different from these two, then that third one is yasya avidya adhyasena prakash tirodhanam bhavet sa avidya kin tritiya अविद्या अध्यासार्थम प्रकाश तिरोधानम यस्या अविद्याया अध्यासेन भवेत् सा अविद्या किम तृतीया अविद्या स्वरूपा, इज इट टोटली डिफरेंट, और द्वितीय अविद्या स्वरूपा अथवा प्रथमा अविद्या स्वरूपा. सो इज इट सेम एज द फर्स्ट और सेकंड, दिस थर्ड वन. सो फर्स्ट वी सेड दैट यू डोंट नीड थर्ड वन, यू कैन जस्ट डू विथ फर्स्ट और सेकंड. If you do just with first, then Atmashraya. If you do with second, then Anyonyashraya. If you say no, it is neither first nor second, it is third. You see, is this third one different from first or second? If we say it is different, then sa avidya cha kim tritiya avidya swarupa means it is third one, or it is dvitiya, or it is prathama ahosvit ताभ्यः तिसृभ्यो अपि अविद्याभ्यो भिन्ना, or different from all of them. Fourth one. Then again, if you take the first one, आद्य आत्माश्रय, द्वितीय अन्योन्याश्रय, तृतीय चक्रकम, चतुर्थे तु कल्पे, then तादृश चतुर्थ अविद्या अध्यासार्थम प्रकाश तिरोधानम पुनः अन्यया अविद्या संपादनीयम, तत्रापि पुनः पूर्ववत् विकल्प इति अनवस्था दुरुद्धरा स्यात्. Means what he is trying to say, this is, just same points as adhyasa. Main thing he is trying to say is avidya is not possible in Atma. Atma being Swayam Prakasha Rupa. Means never ever there is a possibility of me not knowing myself. Avidya means what? I don't know myself. So he says it is not possible. Whether you are physically existing in body form or not existing, you are there, about that there is no doubt. So avidya is not possible, and this avidya cannot be a real thing. Avidya has to be, real thing means it cannot be as real as Brahma, Atma. It has to be an unreal entity only. If it is real, you will never get moksha. Like Prakriti is real for Sankhya, so then their moksha, we don't accept it as moksha. So that is said, Antye tasya anuchedad anurmoksha prasanga. See in Tika, anirmoksha iti. Avidyayaha anastatve. If avidya is not superimposed, tasya atmana iva paramarthika satyatva avashyam bhavat. Then it will become paramarthika satya. So then avashyam bhavat tattva jnane api paramarthika satyasya avinashat. Then even if we get self-knowledge, paramarthika satya is avinashi, avinashat. Dvaitasya tad avasthatvena, Dvaita will remain as is. Tad avastha means it will remain after knowledge also. Moksha asambhava iti ashaya. So then there is no moksha. Moolam. Sarvasya adhyasa moolatve brahma pramadi vyavastha cha na syat. And you Vedantins, you say everything is adhyasa. The whole creation is adhyasa. Sarvasya adhyasa moolatve. If everything is adhyasa in its moolam, then Brahma, Prama, this vyavastha will not be there. Means what is knowledge and what is illusion, this distinction you cannot make. Where is Brahma and where is Prama? This vyavastha will not be there. Because, he'll see in the Tika, he has explained. Satyayaha shuktehe jnanam prama. A real shuktika, its knowledge will be prama. Tatra eva asatyasya rajatasya adhyasena jayamanam jnanam brahma iti. And in that, asatya rajata is superimposed. Asatyasya rajatasya adhyasena jayamanam jnanam. Then the knowledge that takes place, that is Brahma. Iti vyavastha lokes sandrishyate. Such kind of vyavastha is accepted in the world and it is seen. Now when you say, no, everything is illusion. Shuktika is also illusion. Rajata is also illusion. Sarvasya jagato avidya adhyasa moolakatve tu shukterapi rajatasya iva asatyattvena idam jnanam yathartham idam ayathartham iti evam vyavastha na syat. Then you will not have this kind of vyavastha that this is satyam, yathartha jnana, and this is ayathartha jnana. Then again in Moolam. Ekasyaiva, in the Moolam the Vakya is Ekasyaiva Atmanaha Pramana Prameya Pramiti Pramatra Rupata cha Viruddha Avirodha Abhyupagame va Saugata Mata Pattiriti. So the Purvapakshi says, and I know what you feel, that one Atma alone has become Pramana, Prameya, Pramata and Pramiti. Right? He is asking Vedanti. So Vedanti says, yes, we say that one Chaitanya alone appears as Pramata, Pramana, Prameya, Pramiti. He says, then what is the difference between you and this Kshanik Vijnanavadi? Kshanik Vijnan also say that Kshanik Vijnanam alone appears as Pramata, Pramana, Prameya, everything. So if you don't have Virodha in this, then Avirodha Abhyupagame Saugata Mata Pattihi. You are accepting Saugata Mata. And Saugata here is taken as Kshanik Vijnanavada. Bauddha Mata. You say, but see, we accept one Chaitanya becoming Pramata, Pramana, Prameya, etc. with different upadhis. So with Antakaran Upadhi is Pramata, that same Chaitanya. With Vishaya Upadhi, it becomes Prameya. With Praman Upadhi, it becomes Pramana Chaitanya. So, there is Karana. There are different Upadhis are there. It says, Kshanik Vijnanavada says the same thing. Their philosophy is same. You are no different then. See in Tika. Viruddha iti. Nahi kriyaiva karakam. And this kriya is same as karaka. Karaka means all. Pramata, pramana, and prameya, they are all karaka. And you say pramiti is same. You say that is not true. Nahi kriyaiva karakam. Dvaitvadinam tarkikadinam mate tu pramiti hi jnana visheshaha. They say pramiti is jnana vishesha. And what is jnanam? Jnanam cha manasi kriya. It is something happening in mind. And they all accept Atma as pramata. These Dvaitvadi, Tarkikadi, etc. Tat sadhanam indriyadikam pramanam. And their sadhanam is indriya, etc. Jnana vishay bhutam shabda sparshadikam prameyam. Shabda sparsha, etc., which is the jnana vishaya, that is prameya. And jnana ashraya, Atma is pramata, according to Tarkika. Advaitvadi bihi tu ekam chaitanyam eva pramanam prameyam pramatru pramitischa iti yad uchyate tad viruddham bhavati. And Advaitvadi says, no, only one Chaitanya is there. That alone is pramana, prameya, pramata, pramiti. How this is possible? We say, nanu Chaitanya ekasmin api aupadhika bhedam parikalpya avirodha sampadyate iti chet. But aupadhika bheda is there, because of which that one Chaitanya appears as many. In that there is parikalpana of bheda. That's why there is avirodha. There is no contradiction. Sampadyate iti chet tatra aha avirodha iti. What is that? Saugato Vijnanavadi Bauddhaha Tanmata Atma Mana Indriyani Vishayaha Sukhadikam cha na kimapi jnanatiriktam. In the Saugata Mata, Kshanik Vijnanavad Mata, Atma, Mana, Indriya, Vishaya, Sukha, Dukha, all of them are Jnanam only. Nothing different from Jnanam. Jnanam eva tena rupena avabhasate. तथा च विज्ञानवादी बौद्धमतम एव अद्वैतवादिना स्वीकृतम भवति इति आशय. So then you have to accept, or you have already accepted, विज्ञानवादी बौद्धमत o Advaitin. Up to this is all Purvapaksha. Now you see Samadhatte Atra Uchyate. Now Siddhanti is coming. So first he is setting up. Setting up means he is explaining what has happened in brief. Purvapakshina hi Mayavadam asahmanena adhyasa akshiptaha. Purvapakshi does not accept this Mayavada, and therefore the whole adhyasa akshipa he has done. Objection to adhyasa, superimposition. आक्षेप हेतुत्वेन च अध्यासस्य विकल्प असहत्व प्रदर्शन पूर्वकम असंभवत उक्तिकत्वं प्रदर्शितम न तो अध्यासस्य अनावश्यकत्वम आक्षेप हेतुत्वेन प्रदर्शितम. Okay, before that I will tell you something. So in this whole discussion, wherever starting from Atmani अध्यस्ततया एव अनात्मनि सिद्धे, that whole thing which started on page 29. Now actually there is a slight patantara. If you see on page 29, first line, Moolam, Atmani adhyastaya eva anatmani siddhe. So that siddhe patha is taken by this tikakar, means siddhe sati, in saptami he has taken. Whereas another reading, the Nyaya Ratnavalikar has taken siddhehe with visarga. So siddhes tatra atmadhyasa. So if you say siddhehe, means it is siddham, not siddhe sati. Either way, meaning doesn't change, but you just, if you want, you note that. You understood what I said? In the page 29, first line, siddhe separate and tatra atma adhyasa, or siddhes tatra atma adhyasa. So starting from there up to this Saugata Matam, right? All of that discussion is Saugata Matapattihi is all Purva Paksha. In that, wherever Nanu etc. came, it is only to make the Purva Paksha strong. So it is not that Advaitin got defeated in between somewhere. Actual Advaitin is starting only now, atra uchyate. Okay. So whatever Nanu came in between, they were only for Purva Paksha Siddhi. Purva Paksha was as though made strong. Okay, so now what is happening? See, very interesting thing is brought out here. Purva Pakshina hi Mayavadam asahmanena adhyasa akshipta. He has done akshep on adhyasa itself. So adhyasa akshepa means that this jagat is mithya and this bandhanam is also mithya. Therefore, only jnanam will give you liberation. All this will go. If you get rid of adhyasa, all these ideas will go away. That means for jnanam you will have to do karma, for mukti you will have to do karma, upasana, all such things. Then what is written here is this: आक्षेप हेतुत्वेन च अध्यासस्य विकल्प असहत्व प्रदर्शन पूर्वकम असंभवत उक्तिकत्वम प्रदर्शितम, comma. By showing that this adhyasasya vikalpa asahatva pradarsanam, vikalpas are not possible, neither atma's adhyasa in anatma or anatma's adhyasa in atma. Vikalpa asahatva pradarshana purvakam, what is shown is that adhyasa is not possible. Asambhavat uktikatvam pradarshitam adhyasasya. Natu adhyasasya anavashyakatvam akshepa hetutvena pradarshitam. Purva Pakshi did not say adhyasa is anavashyaka. What did he prove? Adhyasa is not possible. But he could not prove that adhyasa is not required. तथा च अध्यासस्य आवश्यकत्वे साधिते पूर्वपक्षिणा गृहीते च सति तस्य अध्यासस्य असंभवद उक्तिकता पूर्वपक्षिणापि निरासनीया स्यात् इति. This being the case, so if we prove that adhyasa is avashyaka, because what did he prove? Adhyasa is asambhava. But if we prove that adhyasa is avashyaka, it is required, avashyakatve sadhite, then Purva Pakshi also will have to accept that adhyasa is required because there is some such thing called adhyasa, and that is required to understand how things are the way we understand. So then Purva Pakshina grihite cha sati, then Purva Pakshi will have to do svikara. When he does that, then tasya adhyasasya asambhavad uktikata Purva Pakshina api nirasaniya. Then he said adhyasa is not possible, and he said to Vedantin, you answer how is adhyasa possible. If we prove that adhyasa is avashyaka, then this he will also have to answer how adhyasa is possible. So, whatever he expects us to prove, that asambhavad uktikata purvapakshina api nirasaniya, he will also have to answer the same questions. All we have to do is, we have to just prove that adhyasa is avashyaka. It is asambhava, we will agree, but that he will also have to answer those questions. पूर्वपक्षिणा अपि निरसनीय स्यात् इति आलक्ष्य सिद्धांति प्रथमतो अध्यासस्य आवश्यकत्वं साधयति. And therefore what Siddhanti is doing is that it is आवश्यक, it is required. Means you have to put adhyasa in the picture to accommodate our experience and to accept Shruti Pramana. Between my anubhava, and he will say, what is my anubhava? Manushyoham ityadi, sukhi aham, dukhi aham. So in this anubhava and Shruti Vakya, that I am Vijnanam Anandam Brahma, I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, etc. Between these two, if I say anubhava is also there and Shruti is also right, unless I accept adhyasa, this is not going to happen. So adhyasa is avashyaka. This is what we have to prove first. Aham manushya ityadina. Now you see moolam. Aham manushyaha karta bhokta इत्यादि प्रतीतिस्तावत् सर्वजन प्रसिद्धा. It is known to everybody that I am Manushya, Karta, Bhokta. This pratiti everybody has. This experience everyone has. And it is not a smriti. Sacha na smritihi. Smriti is what? What is the definition of smriti? Sanskar. संस्कार मात्र जन्य ज्ञानम स्मृति. So it is not a smriti, it is अपरोक्ष ज्ञानम. अपरोक्ष अवभासत्वात् भेद अग्रह पूर्वकत्वाच्च, and in there is भेद अग्रहणम. So somewhere distinction is not made. So भेद अग्रहणम is there. Napi prama, and it is also not prama. Why? Because Shruti Yukti Badhitatvat. Because aham manushyaha, aham karta bhokta is negated by Shruti and it is negated by Yukti also. So it is not Smriti, it is not prama, and therefore it will be ayathartha. Because Smriti Jnanam is of two types. One is Smriti and another is Anubhava. Correct? And Anubhava is of two types. Yathartha Anubhava and Ayathartha Anubhava. And Yathartha Anubhava is called Prama. And Ayathartha Anubhava is Brahma. So this Aham Manushya Karta Bhokta is not Smriti. It is not Prama. So then what it will be? Ayathartha, which is Brahma. So for Brahma to take place, Adhyasa is required. Without Adhyasa, no Brahma is possible. Just as for Rajat Jnanam in Shuktika or Sarpa Jnanam in Rajju, which is Brahma, it is not Smriti, it is not Prama, it is Ayathartha Jnanam. For that Brahma, unless Adhyasa is there, this Brahma is not possible. In this way, we are going to explain, which we will see in the next session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम।